Hey Scouts, Scout Leader Wickety here, and today we are after the Atomics Fan Badge. Look at that sky light up. Just beautiful. Now, surprisingly, the Atomics Fan Badge doesn't actually require you to drop a nuke, but since I was in the neighborhood of a silo or two, I just couldn't help myself. It's the perfect opportunity to grab a great shot. Let's take a peek at what we gotta do to unlock this badge. Looks like we gotta visit 6 different places, including the 3 different missile silo locations. We have to mod a Fatman, kill enemies with a Fatman, craft mini nukes, and acquire nuclear material, as well as pass the knowledge exam. Pretty basic stuff. Alright, let's start this off by getting the exam out of the way. You can find the exam terminals over at Camp Adams and at Pioneer Scout Camp. A link to the exam answers are down in the description if you need a little extra help. Next up, there are 6 different locations that we need to visit. All of these locations have something to do with atomics. They are the 3 different silo launch sites: Alpha, Missile Silo Bravo, and Missile Silo Charlie, as well as visiting Federal Disposal Field HZ-21, Emmett Mountain Disposal Site, and the Thunder Mountain Power Plant. You can, of course, visit all of these by foot. I've linked a walking path you could use. Otherwise, the fast travel cost with travel agent equipped is about 50 caps. Next up, we need to mod a Fatman, but first we need to actually find one. You can actually craft it with the plans, which can be found mostly from events that are down in the Cranberry Bog, such as Senses Violence, Monster Mash, Kappa Squatter, Line in the Sand, AWOL Armaments, Distant Thunder, and Surface to Air. Or there are 2 static spawns that I personally know of that you can find a Fatman at. The first location is down in the Ash Heap. Over at Garahan Mining Headquarters, if you take a left right from the fast travel point, you will see a stairwell up to the monorail. And there will be this lean-to ladder up to the uppermost area. Now you can follow down this monorail path to the very end of the track, and there should be a static spawn of a Fatman up here, unless someone else has grabbed it already. Also, inside of the West Tech Research Center, be sure to wear your hazmat suit and maybe pop on some Rad-X, because inside of one of the FEV vats, specifically the one that's just below the overlook where the boss super mutant is, jump on inside and you can find a Fatman in here too. The unique variant, the Daisy Cutter, which is given to you from finishing the quest Organic Solution, is already modded, but I think it should work if you just unmod it. And now that we have our Fatman, we just have to mod it. There is only one mod that I know of for the Fatman, and that's the MIRV launcher. You can find either a mod or a plan for it. I have found the plans for sale from the Watoga Station vendor bot, and I have found the mod for sale from the vendor bot Phoenix inside of Watoga. Either option will work for what you need. Then just head over to any weapons workbench and pop on the mod. You will need level 5 of the Gunsmith perk equipped though. We do need to craft 5 mini nukes. Ammo Smith and Super Duper numbers don't fill the challenge criteria, so the base amount crafted is 3, so you'll just have to craft them a couple of times. As crafting these mini nukes take quite a bit of resources, one of our requirements is collecting nuclear material. We need to gather 30. There are a few different methods I'll go over for getting these. First, you can just pick some up in the world. A good spot is inside of the Kanawha Nuka-Cola plant. There are a few lying around here. You can also smelt nuclear material from uranium ore, which can be harvested from either uranium nodes or uranium deposits. The Federal Disposal Field is a great workshop for those, with 3 deposits. Just head to a chemistry station and smelt away. You'll need some acid also. Nuclear material can be looted off of glowing creatures and given as a reward. Uranium Fever is a great event for this. Lots of glowing mole miners, and the end reward always gives you some nuclear material.
Extraction complete. Please vacate.
My favorite method for farming it though is by whipping out my plasma gun and hitting a bunch of low-level enemies. When they become properly gooified, more often than not you can loot nuclear material from them. But be sure to take everything from the pile, otherwise the goo takes a little while to despawn. Just like cleaning up after your dog poops at the park, be sure to pick up your goo. It's what a good scout would do. And just one last thing to do to finish this badge. We need to take out a bunch of enemies with the Fat Man. Just 20. And you don't even need to use your mini nukes to do it. You can just take the Fat Man and bash an enemy and that will definitely work. I like watching things go boom, so I hit up the Leader of the Pack event and the Wolf Horde because there's a nice cluster of low-level enemies to take out with the Fat Man. And maybe my mole rat extermination methods are just a little bit extreme, but really, I hate mole rats. Sure do look pretty in an explosion though. And with that, we have our atomic span badge. Hopefully this badge guide helped you fellow scouts out there and maybe gave you a couple of good methods to get some nuclear material. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if it helped you out. I'm Scout Leader Wickety. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!